more of the 9? Watch tonight's episode again free on abc.com. This is the news that works for you. ABC 7 Gulf Shore News at 11 starts right now.
From gleeful grandchildren to a reunion 15 years in the making.
This is my dad here. We actually just reunited. We haven't seen each other in about 15 years.
ABC 7 shows you some of the priceless moments that only the holiday season can produce.
A small town in Collier County devastated by Hurricane Wilma is now giving thanks. Tonight, ABC 7 shows you how those who lost everything are now starting to get it back.
Sheriff's Office. We're Sean.
ABC 7 is there as detectives go door to door looking for suspects in a major burglary ring targeting people in North Fort Myers. The news that works for you starts right now.
Preparing the perfect dinner is probably racing through your mind just before you go to bed tonight. But just for a minute or so, forget about that. ABC 7 reporter Randy Simons joins us right now with two stories that remind you what the holidays are truly about.
Well, from a family reuniting to celebrate a first Thanksgiving to another family believing this might be the last Thanksgiving for a loved one. It's all the fixings to appreciate what tomorrow really means.
Little Gabriel Pallian is celebrating his first Thanksgiving this year.
It's best gift you can ever get.
As if that wasn't special enough for Mom Vanessa, little Gabriel's birth has brought another gift back into her life.
This is my dad here. We actually just reunited. We haven't seen each other in about 15 years, so he actually is seeing Gabriel for the first time. Yep. So it's been real special.
Grandpa met husband Martin for the first time as well.
I lost it. I lost it.
While there will be plenty of firsts and new beginnings this Thanksgiving for them, Chris Landin is preparing for a last Thanksgiving with her mom, Anna Rose.
She has cancer throughout her body, and we wanted to bring her down here one last time.
And this time, Chris says Thanksgiving takes on a whole new meaning.
I think it's going to be enjoying my mother a lot more because I know she won't be here next year.
But don't ask Anna Rose about next Thanksgiving. She wants to talk about all the wonderful holidays she's enjoyed.
I used to cook the meals, have them all home. I loved every minute of it, and I still would if I could do it.
But because she can't, this year's focus switches from food to family.
They mean everything to me.
Anna Rose says look past the busy crowds, long lines, and heavy traffic that make up the holiday mess and stress and focus on what's right in front of you. And that, she says, is family.
And if you don't think that's contagious, after seeing that father-daughter reunion, one passenger stopped and watched, turned to another and said, I think I'll call my brother tonight. I haven't talked to him in 3 years. Randy Simons, ABC 7 News.
And from the skies to the roads, if you're planning to travel by car, know that the Florida Highway Patrol troopers will be watching you. Florida Highway Patrol is assigning all troopers with office duties out on patrols, and this will be in addition to ones normally assigned on the roads. Last year, they ticketed more than 7,000 drivers for speeding. Now, ABC 7 did some checking to see where you can start your shopping early. Tomorrow, Thanksgiving Day, all Walmart supercenters across the Gulf Shore are open, and you can also shop at BJ's in Cape Coral from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. tomorrow. As for the day after Thanksgiving, the Coast and Center Mall in Naples opens at 6 a.m. and closes at 10 p.m. Coconut Point is open from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m., although some stores there are open at 5. And you can shop at the Edison Mall in Fort Myers from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. Target stores open at 6 a.m. They close at 11 p.m. And if you like cooler weather, there's been plenty to be thankful for this week, but temperatures should be increasing as the holiday weekend gets underway. Chief Meteorologist Jim Reef joins us right now from the Precision Hurricane Center with a look at the forecast.
And Len, all bets are off about this warming trend if you're traveling north. Wednesday's the big travel day for Thanksgiving, but a lot of folks waiting till tomorrow to fly north, or maybe you're expecting company from the north down here. I want to show you what's happening through the eastern United States. The good news tonight is that in the nation's midsection, the Valley, Tennessee Valley, up to the Great Lakes and points through the middle of the country, high pressure's in control and weather's no problem. Weather is a problem with that same low pressure area that's brought our cool, breezy, unsettled weather. Now going up the eastern seaboard, windy, rainy, Well, let me show you Precision Viper XT right now, and you can see what I mean. Look at the rains causing all sorts of travel delays tonight. Places like New York, Philadelphia, Baltimore, Washington, and that's going to be heading on north into the New York City area toward Providence, Boston. The Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is tomorrow. They're going to have some problems. A quick look at the ABC7 7-day forecast. I want to show that to you right now because we do have lots of sunshine coming our way, and there's the warming trend. Lots more to tell you about the holiday weekend weather forecast coming back in a few minutes. Let's send back to Len.
A fishing town in Collier County is giving thanks tonight after devastation literally tore through a year ago. Stone crabbing is a way of life for Everglades City, and last year Hurricane Wilma threw their lives upside down. ABC7's Scott Dabrowski explains why the town is more thankful than ever tonight.
Well, 1 year ago, crabbers here in Everglades City were devastated after Hurricane Wilma tore through, destroying thousands and thousands of these traps and essentially killing the stone crab season. Tonight, things are a lot different, though, and they're giving thanks. With a few hours to go, even before Thanksgiving, crabbers like Justin Grimm are already giving thanks.
Just very thankful that no storms, all the traps are in the water, and everybody's working. Everybody will be having a good Thanksgiving tomorrow.
But last Thanksgiving, no crabber in Everglades City could say that. Hurricane Wilma tore through more than a month before the holiday.
Last year we were losing money like you wouldn't believe.
Costing many crabbers hundreds of thousands of dollars in lost traps as well as lost revenue. A major blow considering their entire livelihood was lost at sea.
So I'm definitely thankful just because overall, you know, we're doing better than we were last year.
Doing better, perhaps, but not as well as many crabbers were hoping for.
So far, so good, yeah. No lost traps, just not enough crabs.
The good news, no major storms have hit, but the bad news, many crabbers are only trapping a third of the crabs they need to.
Just not good right now.
That's making money to pay your bills, but not yourself. You're not having any money for yourself. You know, I mean, you are, but, you know, you're barely getting by.
Barely getting by, though, is still better than last year for these guys. A reason to give thanks, they say, and work even harder until the season is over 6 months from now.
Very thankful.
How come?
Just good product, you know. I mean, hopefully, you know, it shows that the year's starting to shape up and that everything's paying off.
Now, crabbers and restaurant owners say things will get even better after the Thanksgiving holiday tomorrow. They say that's when more and more tourists will come, bringing with them more and more money. In Everglades City, Scott Dabrowski, ABC7 News.
A man with ties to one of the world's most dangerous gangs confessed that he molested a young Charlotte County girl. Juan Perez says he joined the gang, MS-13, at the age of 15, but says he got out a few years later. When asked if he would ever join the gang again, his response was conflicted.
Yes. I probably would, but I'd probably be dead now. I don't want to destroy my life anymore.
MS-13 is a street gang that originated in Los Angeles during the 1980s by people from El Salvador fleeing a civil war. Juan Perez insists that there is no MS-13 gang activity in Charlotte County. 4 people have been arrested in connection with a string of burglaries in North Fort Myers. Detectives spent much of the day searching for the alleged ringleader, Sean Diggs. He was eventually taken into custody along with his older brother and 2 others. Investigators believe the group is responsible for half of the property crimes in North Fort Myers. A Fort Myers teenager is accused of firing shots into a house on Ford Street. 16-year-old Justin Diggs faces numerous charges. The shooting forced a brief lockdown today at nearby Franklin Park Elementary School. Police arrested Diggs after neighbors reported hearing gunshots. Southwest Florida lost a prominent voice this week. Morning shock jock Joe Scott passed away yesterday at the age of 46. Scott had a radio show on 96 K-Rock for 15 years before K-Rock ended the show this year. But friends say he was still an important part of Southwest Florida history.
He put, I think, a lot of smiles and laughter in people's faces, and it just was a different type of show.
The official cause of death has not been released, but friends believe it was heart-related. New concerns over school impact fees in Collier County. The commission recently voted to increase the new home tax from $1,700 per home to nearly $10,000 per home. The president of the Collier County building industry says it's ridiculous to make new home buyers pay that much to build new schools when enrollments are dropping.
We have gone and increased the impact fee by a factor of 7 or 8 when it's completely unnecessary. That is exactly the case. They don't need the money right now, and they cannot justify it with these kind of enrollment numbers.
We think we'll go back up a little bit next year as some of the factors shake out, the housing market shakes out, and prices level off, and people will begin coming back in.
The school district says new schools are needed because of state-mandated class size reductions. A power outage shuts down part of Coast and Center Mall in Naples during one of their busiest times of year. Shoppers were in the dark today for at least 4 hours. The outage slowed down food court cooking and closed down a dozen stores. Of course, with the power out, cash registers don't work. Hundreds of homes were also without power. A recovering cancer patient says he was forced to leave a Bonita Springs store because of his dog.
I notified her that she was not considered a pet or a dog. She's a service animal.
But when that explanation still doesn't work, ABC 7 confronts the store manager to try and get some answers. 'Tis the season for Christmas tree shopping. What to look for when making your pick.
O.J. Simpson, did you kill Nicole and Ron Goldman?
O.J. takes to the airwaves. He's telling a Florida radio station all about his TV interview that was canceled amid a firestorm of controversy.
Clear skies around the Gulf Shore. Precision WeatherBug's tower cam view right now as we look across southwest Florida at the present time shows clear skies, a chilly night. Our temperatures dropping toward the 40s, but boy, we got a warmer, sunnier forecast for the holiday coming up.
Closed captioning is sponsored by America's First Home, opening doors, fulfilling dreams.
You splurge. 7 Gulf Shore News works for you.
Deputies were called to a furniture store by a man who claims he was forced to leave because he had a service dog with him. William Megan says employees of Spectrum's Home Furnishings violated his rights on Monday when they told him to leave because of his dog. Now, Megan apparently told employees that his dog is a service animal, specifically a therapy dog. By law, you can take therapy dogs inside places customers are allowed to go.
I was told that they didn't care what she was or who I was. This was private property.
And what is the store's policy with service animals?
Thank you so much for coming here today.
You're not giving us an answer.
Now, the store eventually gave us an explanation over the phone saying, quote, it was a misunderstanding and an unfortunate event. Now, the store went on to say, if we were wrong, we're very sorry. Megan says he's considering legal action.
ABC 7 Chief Meteorologist Jim Reef has been awarded the seal of approval from the American Meteorological Society.
You know, all through this cold snap, we've been holding out hope that by the time we got to the Thanksgiving holiday weekend, we'd be seeing lots more sunshine and a welcome warming trend. Well, we're not going to disappoint you. 11 o'clock Wednesday night before Thanksgiving. Now, we do have one more chilly night in the cards. Clear skies, northerly breeze as you're going to wake up Thanksgiving morning to lows in the 40s. But look here, sunshine for the entire holiday weekend. I'm talking sunny skies Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and that's going to bring the warming trend each day progressively warmer. And it's not just for the Florida Gulf Shore. This holiday weather is going to be just as nice if you're heading for the Keys, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, the Tampa Bay area, or Orlando. So all through the Sunshine State, the weather's looking pretty nice for the holiday. Show you what I mean. ABC 7 7-day forecast. Look at the sunny, right on down the line through the weekend, even into next week. And there's your warming trend. We'll start upper 40s tomorrow morning, but warm into the 70s. We haven't seen 70 plus since Sunday. Farther into the 70s Friday, then we're talking 80 degrees Saturday, Sunday, into the low 80s for high temperatures early next week. Precision WeatherBug, our time-lapse look at today's weather in review. Our cameras in South Fort Myers as we look out over US 41 to the south and southwest. It was in and out sunshine. Patchy clouds washing in from the Gulf of Mexico from time to time, but we didn't really see any precipitation. Sun went down. We have clear skies right now. We're looking at some of the traffic going back and forth on US 41. Live temperatures around the area still on the chilly side. Clewiston at 50, Port Charlotte 51, North Fort Myers is 51. Riverdale High School, Fort Myers Shores, you're 52 right now. Lehigh Acres at 54, Laurel Oak and Naples at 52 degrees. Here at ABC 7, we're 52. The Promenade in Bonita Springs 54. Gulfview Middle School in Naples, a cool 54 degrees. The official numbers around the airports, the Naples Airport made 68, Page Field 66, another cold start this morning, way down in the 40s. 11 o'clock, central southern Florida, we're dropping through the 50s. Tampa Bay's down to 51, Orlando 49, and Melbourne 46. But surprisingly mild in the Keys, Key West right now, a balmy 68 degrees. Low pressure continues spinning off the East Coast. This is the system that's making things kind of nasty for the mid-Atlantic and northeastern states, but as it moves away, here comes drier high pressure to our rescue, and Precision Viper XT already shows a dry